Australia's economic recovery is being described as very rapid by one of Australia's biggest banks, live now to our business reporter Edward Boyd. Ed, National Australia Bank Chief Ross McEwan is appearing before the Standing Committee on Economics today. What has he had to say so far?
Well, every bank CEO is being asked the same question in one word. How do you describe Australia's economic recovery? Well, yesterday, McEwan from Commonwealth Bank used the word miraculous. Ross McEwan today used the word good. He said, look, good is good. It's good. But he also used the words very rapid, and they both him and the head of Commonwealth Bank and the head of Westpac yesterday all talked about Australia's rapid recovery from the COVID-19 recession. They all talked up yesterday's unemployment numbers, showed the unemployment rate in March fell to 5.6%. It surprised a lot of people, with 71,000 jobs being created. So Ross McEwan, the head of NAB, he's just started his appearance before the Canberra House of Reps committee. And so far, it's all been pretty positive comments. This is him just a few minutes ago talking about the economic recovery.
No, we are seeing a very rapid recovery in the economy in many areas. Our predictions around GDP, for example, for this year, similar to the other banks yesterday at 4.6%, looking at 2022 at around 2.5%, and then dropping slightly in 2023 to 2.2%. You run that through, what does that mean for the unemployment levels, which were great to see them down at 5.6 yesterday. We believe now that by the end of 2021, they'll be down at around the 5% and dropping further next year to 4.7%, and in 2023 down to 4.4%.
NAB is Australia's largest business bank, and Ross McEwan had some data showing back in January about 3.67% of businesses across Australia were still using the JobKeeper subsidy, and that fell in February to 3.62%. So it came down gradually. He doesn't have the data for March yet, but he will table that to the committee later date. But he also is expected to be asked quite extensively about house prices. That was really one of the biggest topics yesterday. And as soon as he gets an update on property market, I'll bring it to you, Laura.
Please do. Just quickly, what did the CommBank head, Matt Commons, say about house prices yesterday?
Well, he said they'd upgraded their house price forecast from a rise of 8% to 10% this year. He also said that supply and demand is the thing that's really squeezing the property market. So, for example, demand is apparently 20% higher than the normal average, and supply is about 20% lower than the normal average. So simple supply and demand factors are pushing up property prices. And he said it's happening across the country. It's not just in Sydney and Melbourne. He said Darwin has been the best performing city this year for property price increases, followed by Perth. So it's been a broad-based recovery across the whole country for house prices.
Interesting indeed. Ed Boyd, thanks so much. We'll see you soon.